Hey, what's good, YouTube? Quick video for you guys. Worth it or not? Should you spend the extra money for something more premium, more expensive, or just save money and get the budget version? So let's kick it off, starting with the most important part of your gear. That's going to be your guitar. All right, with your guitar, 100% you need to buy the best guitar you can afford. All right, here's the reason why. It's going to sound better, it's going to play better, it's going to last longer. These guitars right here, Fender Stratocaster, you buy this, it's going to last you a lifetime, longer than your lifetime. You can pass this down to your kids, you can sell this down the road, you're going to get your money back. If you ever change your mind, don't worry about it. You're always going to get your money back with a Fender Stratocaster or a Gibson SG or a Gibson Les Paul or a Fender Telecaster. If you stick to those four big guitar brands, those four big types of guitar, Les Paul, Telecaster, SG, Stratocaster, I 100% guarantee you're going to get your money back, and that guitar is going to be worth it. You're going to play it, you're going to love it, it's going to sound great, it's going to play great, it's going to last for a lifetime. So 100% spend the most money on your guitar. Do not cheap out on your guitar. Now, a couple exceptions to that: if you're really on a budget and you want to go with the Epiphone because you're not sure if you want to play guitar, you're not sure if you like an SG, you're not sure if you like a Stratocaster, and you want to get the Squire, you want to get the Squire Bullet, the Squire Affinity, and you're just not sure yet, go ahead and do that. I'll show you. This is the first guitar I got. This one right here, Ibanez Geo. I literally just went on Amazon one night and I said, I want to play guitar. I typed in electric guitar. This was the first thing that popped up. It was $200. I just hit buy it, buy it now. And 2 days later, this guitar was on my doorstep. And to be honest with you, this is a great guitar. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see I did modify it. I took the toggle switch out. I did put an expensive pickup in there, Seymour Duncan. So I tried the technique. A lot of people say buy a cheap guitar and put an expensive pickup in there. You can, if that's just fun to you and that's a fun project. I had fun doing it, but I kind of, you have to buy a soldering iron, you have to learn how to solder, you have to learn wiring. It takes work, and then I had to tape up the top part there because there was two pickups here and I just went with one. So you can do that if that's fun to you and you just want to try stuff and you want to learn, you can do that. The problem with this is just not, the frets aren't good, the neck isn't good, the body isn't that great, the tone pots aren't great, the bridge isn't great, the tuners aren't great. So as you learn more about guitars, you're going to learn about all these other pieces of the guitar that no one really thinks about, especially when you're a beginner, and you're going to realize that, there's more to a guitar than just a block of wood with strings on it, right? There's a lot more to it than that. When you buy a Fender guitar, a Gibson guitar, you're getting the best of the best. The frets, there's so much work that goes into the frets, and I'm not even gonna get into all of it, but you can look up plecking, P-L-E-K. It's a huge process where they go through, they make sure all the frets, the end of the fret is beveled nicely, the top of the fret is polished. Polishing the frets is not about making them shiny and look good, okay? It's about making them level so that each fret plays correctly, so that if this fret is even a fraction of a millimeter higher than this fret, then when you hit this fret, it's gonna hit that fret instead. You're gonna have dead spots on your neck. So without getting too much into it, bottom line, spend the most money on your guitar. This is what you're playing, this is what you're holding. It's going to make a huge difference, okay? So I'll go into more detail in another video, but let's not, I've rambled on enough. So amplifier, this is going to be the next big part of your equipment, the amplifier. All right, do not spend a lot of money on your amplifier. I've tried all kinds of amplifiers. I've tried tube amps, I've tried solid state amps, I've tried Boss Katana, I've tried Princeton Reverb, I've tried Orange tube amps and everything. Guys, this amp right here sounds just as good, if not better, than any of those. I know people are going to think I'm joking. They're going to say, yeah, right, you don't know what you're talking about. Believe me, this amp sounds great. And this was $80 for this little power amp, $100 for this speaker. do not spend a lot of money on an amp, okay? You can if you want to, then fine. If you really need a $2,000 tube amp, go for it, all right? But for my purposes, I wouldn't even be able to play those amps because they're too loud for my apartment. So this is a great option for me. It might be for you as well. So I'm gonna say, do not spend a lot of money on an amplifier, all right? Moving on, what else do we have? Effects pedals, okay. Effects pedals are like a rabbit hole. As soon as you start buying one, you're gonna buy 10 more, all right? Do not spend a lot of money on your effects pedals. I got this one right here the other day, this old school reverb on Amazon. This was like $40. I've gotten these Donner pedals, they're like $40. And then I have the high-end stuff, Lizard Queen, Boss Distortion, Big Muff, Tube Screamer, Fuzz Face, Uni-Vibe. I mean, these are almost like $200 a piece for pedals. Are they that much better than this? Not really, guys. So if you're just starting out, buy the affordable pedals, okay? Now you can also buy like digital pedal stations that have everything built into it. I don't like that. I like a real physical old school pedal like this. I want an old school pedal with knobs and a foot switch and all that good stuff, okay? So when it comes to effects pedals, do not spend a lot of money on effects pedals. All right, one exception though, the tuner. Spend money on a good tuner, all right? Do not buy one of these. Do not buy one of these cheapy little clip-on tuners. They're garbage, they don't work good. I mean, it's like a $15 tuner. It doesn't work good, guys. It's hard to use, it's hard to read. Just don't do it. I mean, if you wanna try it for $15, you know, have at it. But eventually, I'm gonna recommend you go ahead and buy a good tuner. This is like an $80 tuner, Polytune. This thing is awesome. A tuner is essential. You're gonna need it. You're gonna use it every day. It's gonna last you a lifetime. Go ahead and get a good tuner. This one has like a strobe effect on it. I guess I don't have it on right now, but it's a good tuner. There's other tuners out there. Look for a strobe tuner though. That's the key word, strobe. As soon as you figure out what it is, it's gonna make sense to you. You're gonna say, all right, that is worth it. Good tuner. If you're not in tune, you're gonna sound like crap. It's not gonna sound good. All right, moving on, picks. All right, picks are so cheap, you might as well get good picks. Don't buy cheap picks, okay? You can get, I use these Ernie Ball Everlast picks. These things are awesome. They have good grip. They have good durability. That's what you're buying. If you buy a cheap pick, it's gonna be slippery. It's gonna fall out of your hand when you're playing. It's gonna wear down real fast, and you're gonna be replacing them like every week. These Ernie Ball picks, I change these out like once a month. They play good. They're not even that expensive. It's like $3 for a pack of 12. Go ahead and spend the extra $1 on the good premium picks. Moving on, strings. Buy good strings. Do not buy cheap strings. Okay, good strings are gonna last longer. They're gonna play better. They're gonna sound better. Just go ahead and spend. These are not super expensive. A pack of good strings, especially if you buy it in a 3-pack like this, you're gonna save some money. Now, if you buy it in the individual pack, then it's gonna be more expensive. So my suggestion, buy them in bulk like this. You can get a 3-pack, you can get like, I think they make a 5-pack, they even make a 10-pack. Just buy them in bulk like this. It's gonna be like $5 a pack. A cheap pair is gonna be like $3. Go ahead and spend the extra $2 and get good strings, all right? Cables. Guys, are you kidding me? Do not spend a lot of money on cables. Save your money. These are cheap cables. I got these off Amazon. It's like $10 for a 15-foot cable. I got these old patch cables. They're cheap. These are Donner brand. Do not spend a lot of money on cables. They're all the same. Just save your money on cables. What else, guys? That's about it, I think. That's the big stuff. So I hope that helped you out. Buy a great guitar. This is your #1 thing. Buy a good guitar and good strings, good picks, and save your money on everything else. Don't spend a lot on amplifiers, cables, effects pedals, all this stuff, okay? So that's it, guys. Oh, last thing, the Tone Throne, all right? The Yeti cooler, the Tone Throne. Spend good money on a tone throne, all right? I was having, believe me, this matters. I was playing on this bench. It's uncomfortable. I was playing on, you can't play on a recliner. You can't play on a office chair like this. Spend money on either, I'm using this cooler, but a lot of people recommend getting what's called a drum throne. It's a special seat made for drummers to play drums. A lot of guitarists use it. It's low to the ground. It's comfortable. Spend good money on a good seat to play. All right, it's important. It's gonna help you play better. Believe me. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.